Hello you beautiful creatures, how the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my Instagram account. This video is actually a very different video and it's a very exciting one. So it's the season, guys. It's download season. We haven't been for 2 years, mainly because of the pandemic. We did want to go to the pilot one last year, but we couldn't make it, unfortunately. But this year, we're actually doing R.I.P. Now, we're going to be doing it in the shacks, in the shack areas. I don't know if they're called the doghouse areas or whatnot, but yeah, we're basically doing that. So what I wanted to do for you guys was I wanted to do a list of everything we were packing for that. I'm really hoping that this list can be used for if people are going for the day, if people are going just camping, if people are going for the full weekend but not actually camping. So what I used to do, I've been going to download for on and off for 10 years now, and that absolutely sickens me. But what I used to do was I used to go into the arena and then go home to my dad's house because we only lived like 20 minutes away. So this is the first year we're actually doing R.I.P. It was actually meant for Gareth's 30th birthday. I was going to say his 20th. He'd really appreciate that. But yeah, we're doing it for his 30th birthday, now his 31st birthday. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some birthday bunting over the door, which is going to be exciting. So if you do see that, please come and wish him happy birthday. I know he'd really appreciate it. This video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it into different categories. So we're going to go, and let's see if I can remember it, toiletries, clothing, tech, like electronic stuff, extras, and food as well. So like I said, what I'm hoping, I hope that this video can relate to a lot of people. You don't necessarily have to be R.I.P. You could just be standard camping, this, that and the other. But I'm basically going off what we know, what we've been told, our R.I.P. So join me in this video. It was meant to be me and Gareth, but he's busy packing the rest of our stuff, which is very, very exciting. We cannot wait for download. We've been waiting for it for a while now. It's going to be very emotional. So I digress. Let's get into the list. I'm pretty much hoping that I've got everything in there, but I think it's always good to look at a couple of different YouTube videos in case there's things that I've particularly missed. Obviously, I'm going to mention alcohol. I'm going to mention it here and now. However, I'm not a heavy drinker as much as I used to be, unfortunately, and Gareth doesn't drink. So we're not necessarily going to be taking a lot of alcohol, but what we are taking, so I'm going to be taking a few cans with me, and if I do take any spirits with me, I will be popping them in plastic bottles. So you can't actually take glass into the campsite areas, the R.I.P. sections, whether it's the bell tents or the shacks. So you can't take glass, so you are going to have to put them in plastic bottles. But that's the only kind of thing I will say about alcohol, mainly because we're not very alcohol heavy with our camping experience. So yeah, I hope that's okay for you guys. I know a lot of people like to drink when they go to download, and that's absolutely fine. It's just not for us. So yeah, we're gonna pop that one out there right now. So the first thing we're going to talk about is clothing. It basically says it on the tin, clothing. Lucifer, what do you mean? Now, I'm meaning you need to have clothing for different weather conditions. Unfortunately, we've been looking at the weather forecast for download, and in the beginning it said that it was really nice, but now it's saying actually it's going to rain for the week, and then it's going to kind of taper off on Friday, be okay for Saturday and Sunday. It's all right for people who have only got weekend tickets, but when you're there from Wednesday onwards, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we've basically packed different clothes for summer conditions, for sunny days, for rainy days, and for hot days and cold days. So you're going to need your rain mac, obviously. What I usually do is I keep my rain mac tied around my waist at all times anyway. So even if it is a sunny day, I've always got that rain mac with me. They're amazing. Buy one before you go. Don't even think about buying one at the festival because they will rob you blind, and it's you get those really flimsy ones and they will charge you about £6 or £7 for a flimsy rain mac. So please don't do it. Don't go buying ponchos at the festival. Be smart. You can get them from quid shops, B&M's, home stores, this, that and the other, or you can get them from like camping stores. So if you do want a rain mat, you can get them from there. You can also get them online as well for dirt cheap, but I would definitely recommend bringing a rain mat. Also on that similar vein, so a lot of people do wear wellies. Now this is slightly controversial, but I never wear wellies to download. I always wear my New Rocks. Now New Rocks, whilst they are comfortable, they can be a real pain in the ass. So what I've done is I've actually bought, it's just the film, I promise. I've actually bought these insoles. Now these are from Superdrug, and if you can see, they've actually got a cooling gel on them, so it makes them a little more springy and it's nice on your feet. So these are washable. You can have more than one use out of them. I just thought they'd be a good idea because the last couple of times I've been, it's my feet have really hurt. Now what I've also done with my New Rocks, instead of having thin socks, I'm going to have like the woolly kind of socks you use at winter, because again, they'll cushion your feet, they'll make sure your feet don't rub, and you'll have a better experience. But I would honestly say, don't take this as gospel. You know, if you do wear wellies, you're more than welcome to it. I just know there's a lot of horror stories where people get their wellies sucked off their feet. Yeah, and it's not particularly fun. You end up seeing loads of these wellies just abandoned and left alone. It's like a welly orphanage at download. It's really sad to see. It's also very funny to see at the same time. But yeah, I would always say New Rocks are your best bet for going to download. Then we're going to move on to makeup. I know that it's clothing, but it's also toiletries. It's the mix of the two. So what we're going to do is we're going to use makeup as a kind of segue, jewelry as well. So whilst jewelry is great, it can also be quite cumbersome. So just be aware. Yeah, just be aware of how comfortable you're going to be. It's the same with clothing as well, I think. Like, you could look at an outfit before you go to download and think, oh, I would look absolutely amazing in that. But at the same time, you've got to think about your comfort as well. I'm actually taking my leggings. So I'm taking these ones. These are unwanted apparel, and I'm going to be doing the rock fit. I'm going to be doing the rock fit on, I believe it's on Friday, so I'll be taking these leggings with me. Also, they're amazing when it comes to chafing. Now that's a big kicker. You've got to be careful about the kind of bottoms you wear when it comes to chafing, because it's bound to happen. However, I do have a solution to that. I'll tell you about that a little bit later, don't worry about it. But yes, going back to makeup, so this is the kind of makeup I'm looking at wearing for download for the fall thing. It's not too heavy. I've got a foundation on, but it's a moisturizer foundation, so it's very light on the skin. Also, if you do want to wear makeup, make sure you take a setting spray with you. Now this is Magic from Avon, but they do setting sprays all over the place. They do them in Superdrug. They do them in pretty much every superstore you can go to, every shopping centre. Face wipes as well. So again, these are from Superdrug. I do my main shopping at Superdrug for toiletries and stuff like that, just because you can get them for dirt cheap. So these are biodegradable facial wipes, and these only cost me £1. So shop smart. Don't be buying things that are unnecessarily expensive, because that's not fair on you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for makeup. Just be smart about it. Obviously, toiletries wise, I'm going to take some spot cream with me, so I'm going to take a facial wash with me. Obviously, with being in R.I.P, we get showers. I almost feel like a Tory. Pretty sure I'm the Tory of download. But yeah, we get showers, so obviously we're going to have like our shower gels, our shampoos. I've actually got a Frizz No More. Now this is kind of like a gel. Oh my god, the lid was half off. Yeah, this is a kind of gel, and it just sleeks and shines your hair. It's like a serum kind of thing. Again, that only cost me £1. I'm so sorry. That only cost me £1 from Superdrug. Again, it's always been really good. Like, my hair is just wild anyway, and it's horrendous. But yeah, and that's what I'm going to be taking with me, mainly toiletries wise. Obviously all my makeup, don't feel like you have to go too heavy with your makeup, because it will wash off, it will like run throughout the day. However, if you do want to go all out, please do, because some of the makeup looks you see at Download are absolutely amazing. I'm here for it. I wouldn't do it, but just enjoy yourselves. Like, be confident in what you're doing, because Download is one of the best places to go where you can just be confident with what you're wearing and what your makeup's like and everything. And if somebody's telling you not to wear something at Download, then I don't know, just smack them in the face or something, I guess, with a new rock. I got that. Not necessarily my face, I got concussed. 5-finger death punch, yeah. I got concussed in the back of the head with a new rock. If that's not metal, I don't know what is. So yes, we've pretty much covered the clothing side of it. We've covered the more toiletry side of it. I'm also going to be taking, too much information for the guys, but I will be taking some sanitary towels with me as well, just in case, worst case scenario. There's nothing worse than going into the arena or going into the festival and you haven't pre-prepared something. So always take at least one sanitary pad, at least one tampon with you, just in case of emergencies. The worst thing is, oh my god, when you're in a crowd or when you're at the front of the stage and you come on and it's the worst experience of your life. But yeah, I honestly swear by it. Even if I know that I'm not going to come on that week, it's better to be safe than sorry. And also at the end of the festival, if you haven't needed it and somebody else needs it, it's always nice to give another girl a helping hand. So another massive one, kind of for toiletries, baby wipes and deodorant. Download has a very specific smell. If I could describe it, it would be a mix of excitement, we'll go with that, smoke, weed, alcohol, and bodily fluids. That's what I'd say. So please use deodorant. And also, if you are camping and you're not necessarily going to have a shower or you're not going to be going for showers, baby wipes are your best friend. If you literally just use a baby wipe to wipe your armpits, wipe your chest, wipe your anyway, then you honestly feel so much more refreshed and you'll feel so much better about it. But at the same time, please do take a carrier bag. They are looking to be a lot greener with Download this year, so it's more on the recycling end. Like, just pick up your rubbish, and that includes alcohol as well. Like, just pick up your cans and this, that and the other. I believe they're doing incentive again this year where you can get cups from a certain bar, and the more you pick up, the more you take to the bar again, you can get a little bit of money from it. So that's very bougie. Next, again, we're going to look at the pamper area for camping specifically. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my straighteners. I'm also going to take my hair dryer. They do say they're providing hair straighteners and hair dryers there. However, they've said it gets really busy, like really busy. Obviously everybody wants to look their best before they go into the arena, so I'd much prefer to be prepared than have to wait in a really long queue. It's the same with the showers as well. So they do say that they're always busiest between 8 and 11 in the morning. So what I would recommend, I'm gonna hate this now because I'm gonna say this and everyone's gonna be like, that's a great idea, and then we're all gonna be waiting for the shower at 7:30 in the morning. So, you know, it's basically up to you whether you want to face the queue line or whether you don't. I'm also aware that I'm going all over the place with this list. I think it's because I'm just so excited about life. This is the thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to chafe rub. So this is called Lanacane. I'm not too sure, but it's basically an anti-chafing gel and it looks like this. There we go. So I actually bought this last year. I want to say last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year, and it's still pretty much full. Now you only really need a little dab of this and you know, it pretty much works throughout the whole day. However, I would keep this in a pocket with you, maybe go to the toilets and reapply it. But my first couple of years of Download, the chafing was absolutely horrendous and I hated it. I didn't enjoy myself at all, and this has absolutely saved me. So if you are prone to chafing, guys and girls, you know, it happens to us all, please just take a little bit of chafing cream and it will really help you. There are actually chafing Leggings, tights you can get as well, but obviously if it's really warm, you don't want to be wearing a lot of layers. So next we're going to be moving on to the food section of it. Now I've never actually done this before, and Gareth is probably the better person to kind of go with on the food section of it. However, I'm going to try my best and show you a few things. I'm not going to show you everything because you guys have probably already watched a few things to pack, things not to pack videos, and I'm gonna imagine that your intelligence is high enough to know what a lot of these things look like. But yeah, food wise, so what we're going to do is we've bought 2 cooler bags, and they were from Sainsbury's and they were really cheap, so we actually got them through Argos. Now I believe they were £14 for 2 bags. One of them is bigger than the other, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our alcohol in there, we're going to put a few bits for a barbecue in there as well, and a few other bits as well. We're also going to take a few perishables as well. Now I know they do have a co-op there, however sometimes it can be a little bit on the expensive side, and it's always better to get like dirt cheap stuff anyway. Why pay like a premium price for something that you could get for pence in another store? So we're going to be taking stuff like breakfast bars, cereal bars, packets of crisps, croissants, pain au chocolat because we're bougie, stuff like that basically. Breads, nothing too short a lifespan when it comes to shelf life. So meats we're only going to take for 1 day. If we do want anything extra, we can always go to the co-op, but I'm kind of using this video as somebody who's going camping for the week who won't be able to go to the co-op, or somebody who's going for the weekend and they're just going to the arena. You can bring stuff in with you as long as the packaging is intact. Don't be bringing silly things in with you, and don't be bringing in snacks that are open, because if they are open they could have been tampered with. You know, I will say personally that I have been responsible for bringing in certain things into the arena, and that's me. You know, I'm not as clean as everybody thinks I am, you know. But yeah, as long as you bring it in and it's intact, I believe it's okay. Glass is completely off the table. So again, if you are going to use alcohol or anything like that, if it is a spirit, just put it in a plastic bottle and label it. You should be absolutely fine with that. But otherwise, cans, stuff like that, you should be absolutely fine with. We are also taking a mini barbecue, so you know those kinds of small ones, those reusable ones, you can use them for a few times and that's about it. So we're taking one of those with us. They do provide bricks at the campsite as well, so you can always pick a few of them up. If it's you can't use barbecue assisters, so like the liquids and this, that and the other, they're not allowed at all. But yeah, I think we're very excited for having a barbecue at Download. We've never done it before. Also, with the kind of cold meat, we've got these reusable ice boards. There we go. So if you pop them in your freezer, see what it says. Yeah, if you pop it in your freezer for a couple of hours and then you pop it in your cooler bag, then you should be absolutely fine with that kind of stuff. We've never done it before, and we are going to film our Download experience, so we'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, pretty much we're going to be taking a lot of bottles of water. As I said, Gareth mainly drinks water. It's to help keep me hydrated because I'm a sucker for water and a sucker for staying hydrated. Yeah, you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff. And if you are going to be drinking, it's important to kind of fight that hangover so you can have a good day the next day. I would recommend taking carbs, taking water, taking cans of food as well. Like there's one, wouldn't recommend this one. There's a breakfast in a can that's apparently meant to be all right. It is not okay. Avoid it at all costs. Even if you just get like a can of Heinz beans, that'd be pretty cool for you guys. But yeah, just take whatever you want within reason, and don't don't make it cumbersome for yourself. You know, you're only going for like 5 days. Just don't go crazy with it. And again, you can always go to the co-op. Now, second to last, we're going to talk about electronics. Now, we know with our cabin, we get a certain amount of USB ports and a certain amount of well, we only get one plug socket, so we have to be very careful with that. That's why with my straighteners and with my hairdryer, I will be using them in the pamper section. So what we're going to be taking is, of course, we'll be taking the camera, we'll be taking our phones, power banks as well. Power banks will be your best friend. Now, don't fall into the trap of using a power bank in the arena. They are extortionate. You know, I am pre-warning you now, there's going to be a lot of people that will forget a power bank or haven't bought a power bank, and you are going to have to fork out a lot of money to use a power bank just for an hour. It's a lot, so just be aware of that. Also, if you are taking a camera, I don't believe you can take gimbals in with you or selfie sticks or anything like that, so please just be aware about that. I am basically going to have to use the wrist strap on this camera, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for electronics. We're not going to go too hard with it. I was going to take my laptop, and then I was like, actually probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, we're going to be taking our phones, our cameras, hair stuff for me personally, power banks, and I honestly think that's about it. I don't think we're going to be taking anything else. I don't necessarily feel like you need to take anything else. You could take some fairy lights with you. That'd be pretty cute. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are going and you're going to be taking certain electronics with you. Let me know what they are, because everybody takes something different. Obviously, if you're in like your own camper van or this, that and the other, you can take whatever you want, but with us being restricted with having the certain USB sockets and the standard plug sockets, we do have to be very careful with our electronics. Also, we're taking them into the arena. I'm pretty sure it's okay to take in whatever you want within reason. You can take your power banks in, your phones, your cameras. And last, we're going to talk about extras. And some of these might seem really stupid and really obvious, but believe me, people forget. So one should be your ticket. Now, the situation with tickets this year, I believe they're e-tickets, and you have to have them on your phone. So Gareth actually has both of our e-tickets, so we're going to have to figure out a way of transferring one of them to my phone. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but I will update you guys with that. A lot of people are having issues with it at the moment, and a lot of people are stressing out about it. It's just a shame that they're not physical tickets anymore, because it's something to keep as well, you know. Also, people who don't necessarily have iPhones, Androids, this, that and the other, who only have like Nokias and stuff, they're not going to be able to use them. But yeah, it's just the sign of things changing apparently. But I don't know, yeah, I'm a bit miffed off about the e-tickets, but please do make sure you've got your e-ticket with you. Before it was a case of getting your ticket through the post and remembering to take that, but now it's remembering to put your e-ticket on your phone. Next is money. Money is a massive thing. So obviously it's in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Donington. Some of their contactless machines might actually not have the internet to be able to process your payment. So it is always important to take spare cash with you. They will have cash machines throughout the arena, but yeah, some of them do tend to run out of cash. So I would go to a cash point before you head to download. I can't really say how much you should take because everybody's different. What I've done is I'm bringing a lot of band t-shirts of the bands I'm going to see, so I don't necessarily have to buy any. Like my Twin Temple band t-shirt, I know they'll be very similar to the one I got, so I won't have that need to buy it. Do you know what I mean? But everybody's different. Just think about what you're like as a person, what you're likely to spend, what you're not likely to spend. Also the food as well, you know, if you're not going to be taking a lot of food with you and you're going to be solely depending on the food within the festival, that's a lot of money. You know, we adore Easy Cheesy, and I make a joke that I'm gonna eat there every single day. I'm not, because that's impossible, but yeah, just take money, both physical and on your phone, and you should be okay. Next, now this might seem a little bit weird, but I'm actually taking some earplugs with me this year. Now my hearing, I'm very conscious of it. So when I used to work on rides, I actually used to work on the Smiler, and if anybody's been on there, they know how loud it is. and because I was on there all day, I'd have to wear earplugs, and what I'd do is, to listen to guests, I'd take the earplug out of my left ear, and so my hearing has kind of, it's a lot worse on my left side than it is on my right side, and I'm very conscious of my hearing. Obviously it does get very loud in the arena, so I just got some earplugs and they were basically £1, which was really nice. And I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to take your phones as well. You know, they are fantastic memory makers, but also in case of an emergency. What I usually do anyway is I think of a meeting place for us guys to go to, if we are going to go to different bands. So this year we're very fortunate that my bands and Gareth's bands aren't actually clashing, so we're going to be together for pretty much the whole festival. But the previous time we went, he went to see Rob Zombie, I went to see Def Leppard, so we basically made a meeting point where we could both be together. But yeah, just take your phone, just be mindful of your phone and be careful with that. Take a bum bag as well. I think bum bags are amazing. Obviously you can't have massive bags in the festival because they could be like a security hazard. People don't know what you've got in those bags. Also, it makes the searches go a lot quicker as well. So if you have got just a little bum bag to put all your basic things in, that's amazing. And I think you should pretty much be set for your download, whether it's your first download, your 5th download, or your 11th download. I don't know. If there's anything that I have missed in this, please let me know. I've really enjoyed making this video. It's hyped me up for going to download, and I cannot wait. We're going to be doing all sorts of things. I'm going to be doing the rock fit, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to be vlogging the whole thing, obviously going into the cabins as well, because nobody, as far as I'm aware, has actually vlogged being in the cabins before. So it'll be an exciting experience for everybody, I guess, and to show you guys what you can expect from that. I've seen a couple of people in the bell tents before, but that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Let me know if there's anything that I've missed on this video. Also look at other videos as well. There might be things that, you know, I've missed out and might be on other videos. I think it's very important to do that, you know. My key thing, probably my favourite thing, is clothing. You know, take what you want, seeing the different styles of different people. Like, I love seeing the different subcultures of goth. That's my favourite. I really enjoy it. I'm not going to go too all out with my clothes this year, I don't think. I just want a nice, easy, comfy trip. You know, I work as an entertainer anyway, and I have to wear a lot of different costumes, so this is basically my chill time. But yes, I hope to see you there. If you've been watching the channel for a while and you are going to download, please let us know so we could either meet up or we could chat, or you can be on the vlog as well. We want everybody to be on the vlog. We really love that, and we can't wait for download. We can't wait to come back home, and I hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye.